doing, guys? Hope you're doing great. I'm super excited to be back here again. Hello, beautiful people. It's your favorite baby girl, Sarah Felix. How are you doing? Hope you are doing great, guys. I'm doing okay. Where are you watching from? I'm here in Nigeria. Hope you're doing great. Where are you watching from? Don't forget when you join in. Tell me where you're watching from. Tell me your name. And don't forget to click on the like button, share, comment, guys. Wow, I'm super excited. Like I said yesterday during my live, I said I was going to be here, and I did not disappoint. Like I said, I was not going to give it time, but eventually I knew that I was going to be here, so that's why I'm here. And hopefully some persons get to join, and I'll start up from there. But I'm super excited to be here. Like today has really been awesome. Not really stressful, but okay. You know, not as expected, but we're thankful. We're so thankful. And earlier, I think a few hours ago, I did drop a video. So guys, don't forget to go and watch my old videos. Go and comment. Go and like. Go and share. Tell me your views, your opinions. It really matters a lot for me, guys. And I would really like you equally to not forget to subscribe if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel. Yes, guys. And like I said yesterday, don't forget to follow me on Facebook, guys. It is Sarah Fidelis on Facebook. Yes, guys. Sorry. It is Sarah Fidelis on Facebook. And I'll be super excited if you guys follow me on Facebook, guys. I want to relax a bit because I think I'm having back pain and I want to relax a bit so that I can have more flexibility. So, guys, like I said, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, guys. Oh my gosh, where are my people? Where are my people, guys? I think I'm waiting for them to join in before I can start off. But if I wait a little while and I don't see anybody, I'll just start off from there and see how it goes. When people come on live, join in on the conversation. Please don't forget when you join in, don't forget to join in the conversation. Tell me where you're watching from, your name, and don't forget to click on the like button, guys. I think from here I will not really want to waste much time. I just want to continue. Yes, guys. Hello, beautiful people. I think you're the ones I've been waiting for. Thank you for joining in on my live. I was waiting for some persons to join before I start to what I'm going to do today. So, guys, thank you for joining in on my live. Tell me where you're watching from. Tell me where you're watching from. Drop in the comment section. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Icon TV. Thank you so much for joining in on my live. So please, guys, if you're just joining in, tell me where you're watching from. Like I said yesterday, today's topic is, I promise you guys that it's going to be very interesting and interactive. Icon TV, wow, you're watching from Ghana. How is Ghana doing today? Nigeria is okay. How is Ghana doing today? How is Ghana doing today? Icon TV. So guys, tell me where you're watching from if you're joining in, just like Icon TV is doing that. YouTube, tell me where you're watching from. Wow, that's awesome. Don't forget Icon TV, click on the like button and share. Don't forget to click on the like and share. So guys, if you're just joining in as well, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, click on the like button and comment and join in on the conversation, guys. And equally, Saturdays on Facebook, I do live. Yes, guys, it's a very interesting one. Like every day, I come up with topics that worth interacting with. And I promise you guys, I never disappoint at all. There are days where I do have guests that join me on my live on Facebook. That's why, like I said yesterday, I have less time in most times to come and spend here on YouTube. But I promise you guys, you will see more of me here for more interaction, guys. So let me kickstart. If you're joining in, tell me where you're watching from and your name, and don't forget to click on the like button. Thank you, Icon TV. I so much appreciate. I would like you to stay back and let's discuss about today's topic. So, guys, our topic for today is a very interesting one. Oh my God, I think Icon TV is gone. But anyways, thank you, Icon TV, for joining in. So if you're just joining in, tell me where you're watching from. So our topic for today is defining your relationship. Yes, guys, it might sound really very familiar to so many persons, because every time we talk about relationship, trying to understand the kind of relationship they were in. But at the end of the day, so many big mistake we always make is not defining the relationship that we are in. If you're just joining me, if you have not told me where you're watching from, please don't forget, tell me where you're watching from and click on the like button, share and comment. Join in on the conversation. So like I said, guys, today's topic is defining your relationship. Now, for sometimes I try to study people, I try to see what's happening around me in my environment. I got to understand that one of the biggest problem is that people do not define their relationship. That's why they always have problem. That's why it's more like there is always problem of breakup. There's always issues in relationship, and that's one of the reasons that relationship these days do not last. And it's more like, if at all it's friends with benefits, you should be able to know that, so that if you go your separate ways, nobody will feel hurt, nobody will feel broken, nobody will feel disappointed that, okay, I gave in my best and at the end of the day I got nothing at the end of the day. So in any relationship, as a guy, as a lady that you get in, you should be able to define your relationship. It helps you to know your standpoint. It helps you to know where you are in. It helps you to know if where you are is the right place. And defining your relationship help you to, be able to how do I put it? Defining your relationship gives you edge. Now, one of the things I will always encourage is defining your relationship does not necessarily mean that because you have to define it, it means you have to live a reckless life. It means you have to, play all manner of dirty game, which I do not accept that. Now, when I say defining your relationship, it means if you are getting in a relationship with somebody, you should be able to know where you are heading to. Thank you for joining in. Please tell me where you're watching from. Join in on the conversation and don't forget to click on the like button. Our topic for today, guys, thank you so much. Tell me where you're watching from. Our topic for today is defining a relationship. Now, like I said, one of the biggest thing I like is this. Defining a relationship helps you a whole lot. If you're the kind of person that would not want to be around people who are time wasters, you will be able to know that, because there are people who you'll be around that will not really want you to settle with you, and at the end of the day they want to waste your time. They want to block you from people who would see you, people who will be interested to probably get married to you or even help you. There are people who always be around you and keep shielding you away from people that will change your story, and that is why you need to leave those individuals. They do not help you at all. Please tell me where you're watching from if you are watching, and don't forget to click on the like button, guys. So like I said, defining your relationship helps you a whole lot in a situation whereby you do not have to feel broken. You do not have to feel how do I put it? You do not have to feel heartbroken or lost or disappointed because you've given in your all, because you've put in so much effort in this relationship. It helps you to know your standpoint, so that even if you are the person that has made the decision to be there, you will take the blame for yourself. Now, I've seen people who, are in a relationship and the point where the person feels that, okay, I'm done with this person and let me go my way and start a better life with someone who I like, and they're feeling heartbroken. Why? Because they feel that they deserve for you to spend the rest of your life with them. But the reality is this: the first time when the relationship started, it's more like you guys did not actually, started on the basis to know why you are in that relationship. Probably I will not call it the relationship. I will just say you are just around yourself, spending nice time, enjoying yourself, and you feel that, okay, there's no need to define nothing, there's no need to talk about anything. Let's just assume that we're in a relationship. Now, at the end of the day, you see that this individual decides to let you go, and you feel heartbroken because you probably have given sex, you probably have given your time, you probably have given so much in the relationship to the point where people assume that you guys are going to settle together. Now, at the end of the day, it doesn't work like that, and you're feeling broken. No, nobody's to be blamed because you have failed to define the relationship. Now, there was this story that happened recently in Nigeria. If you're from Nigeria, you might know the story. A lady who disrupted her ex marriage. Now, probably she did not come to the church. She was at the reception after the white wedding in the church. And she came into the reception venue and she was like, oh, this one is not going to go further. That she was like really pissed that after she has spent her time, her years with this guy, why would he now leave her for someone else? Now that's because nobody know the basis or how that relationship started. Nobody know what the guy promised or what they say together. And probably they were just playing with themselves. And when the guy felt it was time to let go and he left, and for her, she felt she has given so much and she deserved to be settled. Now, at this point, unlike guys that are logical beings, that are not emotional beings, they may not feel anything. They may feel like, okay, we are done in this part, I can now go. But to her, she feels she cannot let go because she has given years. Now, there are so many ladies, so many guys who might spend years with you, stopping you from crossing over. And one so surprising thing is this: so many people even know the kind of relationship they are in, and yet they block other people from even coming in. That is the most craziest aspect. The fact that you know this person is not even interested to settle with you, is not even interested to take you serious. At the end of the day, you keep blocking others from even coming in to even say hello. And that's where the problem comes in. There are so many issues that have resulted to the lady killing the guy. There was this one that happened recently where the lady, the ex, came to the wedding and she poisoned both the guy and the lady and died. Now, all this thing happens because women are emotional, and the point where they feel that they have given so much, they will never let go. It will never be easy because it's more like they are now of age and they feel that, oh, you would have settled with them, but you chose someone else over them. And that's the point where they are making the mistake, because initially they knew that nobody defined the relationship, but they chose to stay. To them, they were having hope. To them, they felt that, okay, it will get to a time where something might change, but it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Now, there's this story where a lady and a guy was always together. And the point where I think she was worried that time is going. Probably 10 years she spent with this guy. Time is going and she wanted to settle. And the point where she asked, I think she told someone like a spiritual father or a pastor in the church where she attends, and she was like, look at what's going on in my life. I need to ask this guy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Come and learn. Thank you so much for joining in on my live. Where are you watching from? Where are you watching from? So guys, like I was saying, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Tell me where you're watching from. Tell me where you're watching from. Now, and you can equally join in the conversation and tell me why you think people need to define their relationship, why it's very important. Wow. Thank you so much, my fellow Nigerian from Surulere, Lagos. Nice watching. Don't forget to click on the like button, guy. Don't forget to click on the like button. Thank you so much. Now, the reality is this. Now, this particular lady, as I was saying, now she was with this guy, and all of a sudden, she had to tell her pastor that she wanted to know if truly she had to be with this guy. And the man was like, okay, look how you do it. And she was like, I feel so, how do I put it? That it to be like, to be like a disgrace, like to go and ask a guy, how to ask this guy what the plans he has for me. And the guy was like, you're feeling so, I'm trying to get the right word she used. She said something like, she feels so cheap. And the man was like, how can you post your life for someone for 10 good Christmas, 10 years, and you're feeling cheap to ask him what is the way forward? Now, at the end of the day, she decided to ask the question. Now, she has been with this guy. Now, mind you, she's always cooking, washing his clothes. If at all, we need to understand it very well. I'm living with a guy. She's living with this guy, cooking, doing all manner of chores, and you're living together. Now, I don't know if sex is involved, but I'm assuming that it might be, it might not be. Now, even if you have me at heart or you care for me, you should probably ask me, do I have anybody at all? Then I stayed with you for 10 good years and you were okay. Now, this particular guy, you know what he told her? When she asked the question, what is the way forward? How can we go from here? And he said, no, I never thought that of you. I always see you as my sister. My goodness, that's really crazy. That he only sees her as his sister, and he never thought about getting married to her, that she has always been like a sister to him. Like, my goodness, 10 years, a lady was with you, cooking, washing, doing all manner of things. Now, what is the issue? She did not define the relationship. Now, I'm very, very much sure that there are other guys who came around, but she closed her eyes, she ignored them, probably thinking that this particular guy will marry her. Now, at the end of the day, he did not. And it's really crazy because they did not define their relationship, and it's now going to boil down to, and look at the funny aspect. The guy is getting married. He even say he's engaged. That's the most craziest part. He's engaged, and the lady is not aware. Now, imagine 10 years with this guy, thinking he has a plan for you, and at the end of the day, he doesn't have a plan for you. Now he's engaged, you're with nobody, and it all boils down to why a woman becomes so emotional to the point where she wants to do something so crazy to the extent of even killing, which is really crazy, right? But at the end of the day, it's because she did not define the relationship. So let me see what Come and Learn is saying. Okay, he said, the first one is, he said, we need to go back to the past when our parents chose partners for us. Okay, and we all just have fun because we think we are mature enough to choose a partner, but we are all wrong. Relationship isn't just chop and go. That's why if parents are involved, there'll be less drama, right? Okay, the problem is that ladies suffers it most. Of course, ladies suffers it the most because they have so much to lose. It's more like, even if a guy is 50, he can always get a lady that is younger and settle with. But a lady who has age 35, 40, 50 is she's shaking, because very few guys will want to ask her, because they'll be wondering, what has she been doing all her life that she's not settled? What has she been doing? There's always question, except for those ones that are so, those career kind of persons that are built and they have so much. So those ones, probably, they may not be really questioned. They will always see the need to always go after them. And that is true. I agree with you, Come and Learn. But the idea of parents choosing partners, I don't know about that, if it's actually the right path. Because at the end of the day, people do not really understand that. Like I said when I started, I said something about, even if it's the aspect of the kind of relationship you want to do is the friends with benefit, right? You should be able to know that. I've seen people who will tell you that it's just for the sake of for me to get what I want, and I give you what he wants, and I feel like I'm okay. But at the end of the day, people fail to understand that sex is transactional. Sex is like a business. The point where a woman is giving, something is taken out of her. The point where a man is giving, something is taken out of him. Now, it's more like a covenant. That is what people do not know. That is why at the end of the day, when the basis is formed based on, okay, it is we just want to have sex and go away. At the end of the day, you get to see that somebody is falling in love because they thought it was just going to be, oh, let's have sex and let's go. Now, at the end of the day, somebody wants to stay with him. Somebody wants to cook for him. Somebody is falling in love because he's nice, he's gentle. Now, at the end of the day, they now in their mind agree that they are okay, they can be together. Now, at the end of the day, somebody gets tired that, okay, I feel like I'm tired and I'm irritated by her presence. I feel like I need somebody else. Now, the point where the guy can do that, he will go, and the lady will be heartbroken because she feels she has given so much, and Nothing was given to her in return, and she would not want to let the guy go because she feels that he needs to marry her. That's why we have so many divorces today, because in the process of all these things, some guys are forced to settle with them, and you see them they are not happy in their marriage. They are not actually happy, and at the end of the day, sometimes they live like they are neighbors. So sometimes they live like they are strangers. Sometimes they live like they're enemies. At the end of the day, somebody gets tired and they are forced to divorce. That is always the problem of not defining relationship. Now, we've seen so many things that happen. Now, why I keep talking about defining relationships, because so many things have happened, just like you said, just like my friend said, what's his name? Sorry. Come and learn from Nigeria. I feel like you might relate. You might know this story I'm about to share. A lady who accepted a guy's money, I think 9,000 naira. I don't know if everybody here watching is from Nigeria, but I don't know how to break it down for you guys to know. But 9,000 naira is not that much. Probably it can get you at most 10 liters, 10 liters or 5 liters of groundnut oil, like vegetable oil. I think 9,000 naira might still give you little change though, but I just want to tell you how the money is not really much. Not really much what 9,000 can do for you. Now, this lady accepts 9,000 naira and she refused to go to visit this guy. Now, most times when you do some things, you think every time you do it, you always go scot-free. Now, this particular time, she did this particular one. Now, nobody knows if she has done it before. But what we are using to judge her is based on what happened now. Obviously, she has been doing it before. So at the end of the day, she did it with this guy, and this guy ensured that he dealt with her. And as I'm talking to you now, this lady is no more. Like, the guy had to go fetish. Like, he has to go fetish to the point where he killed her. Now, nobody knows the whereabouts of this guy, but she has to talk because she was dying. The sickness, everything has eaten her up. She had to confess, and you know how it is. So, if you know that you cannot be able to accept some kind of thing, you should talk, you should say it, so that people will not spend their time to give you some certain kind of thing when you are not ready. If at all you want to collect, you should be able to equally state it out so that everybody will know and you understand that this is what you want. Okay, come and learn. You say love is not enough. Love is not enough. What do you mean by love is not enough? Normally, in every relationship, okay, it's much. 9,000 naira is not actually much. 9,000 naira is not much in Nigeria. You are in Nigeria and you should know that 9,000 naira is not a big deal. I stay in Abuja here. If I should spend 9,000 naira, the best it can get me is, let me just say, a low budget jean trouser. Let me not say, because if I want to get a jean, it should be at least 18,000-20,000 naira. That's what I'm saying. Or if I want to take an Uber to town from where I'm staying, it will not even be enough to go to town. If I want to go to town from where I'm staying to town, it will not even be enough. So that's what I'm saying. 9,000 naira is not too much. It's not 900,000. It is 9,000. Like, it won't get you. Okay, let me even use Indomie. I think Indomie table should be around 10,000 or so. It's not really much. 9,000 is not a big deal for a lady of her age. That lady is 32. She's 32 years and accepted 9,000 naira and don't even want to return it. Like, what is 9,000 naira? In a month, subscription alone does not cover, it's not enough for your subscription, 9,000 naira, based on what we are spending now. So 9,000 naira is not a month. It cannot even cover somebody's transport to go to work in a month. So 9,000 is not a month. It will, if you don't eat much, it will last you probably, or probably want to get food stop in the market. 9,000 naira probably will just get you maybe half carton of Indomie, maybe spaghetti, 2, 3, or stuff like that. Really, for a week, can feed a family. Come and learn. It's really funny. It said 9,000 naira can feed a family for a week. Really? Like, I don't understand. How do you say that? How do you say 9,000 can feed a family for a week? Now, imagine they do not have anything. What will 9,000 do for them? Like 3 square meal. Now, a family of how many? Are we talking about just the couples, the wife and the woman, or we're talking about maybe probably a family of five, the wife, the husband, and three kids, or two kids, or one child. You fall maybe family of two, that's the man and the woman. It all depends. It all depends. If it's see, there's a difference that you have vegetable oil, you have red oil, you have your spices, your seasoning, you have meats, everything at home, and you just need a vegetable. You need just few things to add up to your stuff to cook. It's different. It can be enough for you. But where you do not have, it's more like you're saying famine. What about a student who has exhausted her provisions and want to restock? 9,000 naira will not even be enough. Now, Indomie, you forgot that Indomie one, the super pack is 400 naira. Super pack is 400 naira. Now, we don't want to do the mathematics here. But if you think that 9,000 naira is enough for someone to not want to return it, okay, say it will be okay. Say it will be enough only if you have non-perishable items at home. Exactly. Okay, this is someone else, United in Christ, maybe a family of two. Okay, now I feel like these are guys that are coming out to say that 9,000 naira will be okay for 1 week. Now, in this our country, Nigeria, it's really weird. That is only when you have things at home. I can imagine. But even if you have something at home, I'm imagining, but if you have something at home, but let's assume you do not have something at home. So you see that it's not going to be enough. I just want to point it out that it is not too much. Like, even if you have eaten 9,000 naira, the guy sent you 9,000 naira, and probably you ate it and you didn't want to go, you should be able to want to borrow. It's something that you can borrow, you can get from 3% to borrow and return back to the guy. It's not like 90,000 where you see somebody struggling and it's like, oh, it's big, you get. But this is 9,000 naira that she would have just sent it back and be fine. But right now she has died. And at the end of the day, they can cook stew and just continue adding little stuff to eat the stew. Really, you think it's just about cooking the stew. You forget that we're going to get rice. A model of rice right now is 2005. That's the lowest foreign rice. They have the one of 3,000 naira, 35. So let's not go there. Let's not just go there. If you don't have something at home, then you plan it at 40K for a week. Now, we're not even talking about how we spend our money. We're talking about defining relationship where we're talking about in relationship where someone needs to know why they need to define it, to understand that they don't have to take the risk. Because I fear so much where I do not want something and yet I'm collecting. There are ladies who are so much interested, and there's so many ladies who are so much interested in getting gifts because they just want to make statement on social media. They want their friends to see that somebody bought for them this, that, took them out, and all manner of things. Now, at the end of the day, you do not get to return what the guy is expecting from you. And that is where the problem comes from. So the point where somebody comes into your life, now I've seen so many people that come into my life that I just know where they're going to. Like, during conversation, you'll be able to know what the guy is talking about, and if you are willing to dance to his tune or not. So the point where you do not want to dance to his tune, you should be able to tell him that. And the reality about this thing is the point where you state and tell them the kind of person that you are. You see that they do not contact you again, because if they have to spend for you, they know you will not give them what they want in return. So those ones that will want to try to see that if they start something with you and probably it doesn't end well or it ends well, they probably feel like, okay, it is not a big deal if the relationship ends, because they know that they did not come in terms of getting something. They wanted something to start. And since it didn't work, it doesn't matter for them. Now, we see people who, because they did not define their relationship, when there's crisis, you see the guy coming to the place where he might probably have set up for her, and he's destroying the places and he's taking them. And I'm wondering, what is this? Like, it's not like you signed a contract and you said it is like this, it's going to be like this. And I'm really surprised. Like, did you do it because you were expecting something in return and you did not state it earlier? And the lady herself, you were equally collecting and you allowed the guy, he was investing in you. You kept on growing, and at the end of the day, you don't want to settle with him. Now, as a matter of fact, recently I heard something. Okay, sorry, before I continue, I think Come and Learn said something. Ladies won't grieve for us. I expect. Sorry, Come and Learn. I do not get that part. Say ladies won't agree for that is you men. You are talking to Christ, the united in Christ, and I expect sorry. Can you please tell me what you mean there? I did not really get that. Now, the truth of the matter is everybody needs to understand where they are in, so that when there are issues, we will know that this is what we signed up for. We will know that, okay, even if I have to go, I know that, okay, I'm done, because this is how it all started. Now, the point where they're finding it difficult is because people did not state the fact. And that is why there's always problem in it. And that's why so many guys are feeling cheated. That is why so many ladies are feeling cheated, because the guy probably the guy left them or the lady left them. And that is why there's always issue when you see a guy who always see the warning signals and still stay back. He will remain, he will always want to be around. And at the end of the day, he decides to sponsor the lady, and tomorrow she leaves him for somebody else and he's pissed. Now, there was this story that something happened recently. This lady was saying something recently. Now, that's why I said so many ladies try to endanger themselves. You try to endanger yourself. At first, this guy made you know. Yes, of course, you can ask a question. I'm here for you. You can ask a question, of course. I'm listening. So this particular lady came out to say something, and she said that this particular guy has been taking care of her, paid her rent, did this, did that. Like, as a matter of fact, he even put her in she's actually learning a skill. Like, he wanted to grow her, make her better than who she used to be. Now, what would that tell you? What does that give you? What does that, what kind of signal does it give you as a woman? This one is investing in you, because no random guy will just come and he's around you, taking care of you, paying rent and doing that. We just want to do that because he's not Father Christmas. We have men that are good, but they don't go, even if there are people who want to do that, they will state the fact that, okay, I want to set you up, I want to see that you're okay, and they know they do that and they are gone. But this one is always around, and you're always around with him, and he set you up, we did all manner of things for you, and now you are saying you feel that you don't want to do again, that you are okay, blah blah blah. And I'm worried. Why? What's your reason? Like the man asked, and she said that is because the guy is behaving so that she thought that she could fix him, but she feels that it's not working and she cannot fix him and stuff like that. Really, I feel for her, right? She cannot fix him. But at what point did she know she cannot fix this guy? Because the point where he was spending on you, you did not see that you could not fix him. You just allowed the fact that you were spending, you were eating, you were happy, he was investing in you. Then now, to some extent, she feels that, okay, that she's balanced, she's okay, and she's doing well. For her now, she feels that she wants to go, that the guy is saying never, she cannot go. And I know that you cannot force relationship, but at this point, I understand why he will not let her go, because it's more like he has been spending his life savings on her, and now she doesn't want to go. Now look at the big issue now. The guy now, probably he was working with someone and they have actually settled him. Now he wants to stay in the same house he has rented for her, and she doesn't want that, because according to her, she vowed that she's not going to stay with any guy that she's not married to. But you have been sleeping with him, having sex with him, but you don't want to stay with him in the same house. I don't get where that's coming from, because it's really absurd, right? But that's where we are right now. Sorry, let me attend to Come and Learn question. He said, Can men do free things to a girl without collecting anything in return? Now, now look at the reality. Now, the basis of relationship is not for give and take. Now, we live in a world where so many things are spoiled. We live in a world where things is becoming like more like a business transaction. Before now, relationship is not like that. Relationship is, if I am interested, we'll start something. Even if I get to invest in your life, it's because I have something for you. And the point where it doesn't work, we go our separate ways because it didn't work. If we have the mentality of it is give and take, we will never find the right one, because we always see people who are going to be there and they will keep pretending. Now, it's not like a man is doing free thing. It's like, I have a friend, for instance, I'm just giving an instance. You have a friend, during their birthdays, you get to celebrate with them. The small recharge card you send for them, it's not for payback. I have a friend that, because of the kind of my work, I barely, not that I don't go out, I always go out because my work needs me around. So even if I have to go out, wherever I am, I'm always taking calls. Do you get? Now, at the end of the day, I have friends, like my female friend, who always come around here. Now, whenever she come around here, I always make sure that I do something special because I love to cook. So instead of me trying to get, snacks to give her, I take my time to get something little. Now, it might not be much. Me preparing Indomie, I might do it so well and so special for her to eat. Now, there was a time I did fried rice for her. Now, the funny thing, the fried rice is not the standard luxury fried rice, but it was a standard that when you test it, it's nice. Even with the bomo that I used, sorry, many people may not know what bomo is. Cow skin. Now, I had to sauce it and I really gave her, and she enjoyed it. Like, now little things like that are gifts. Now, tomorrow you might be celebrating, and these people, now you think that when you are getting married or somebody's getting married, the fact where they get to buy the clothes and everything, and you see that people go to the point as buying shoes, making their hair. Nobody pays them for that. It is because you are their friend, you are close to them, and they love you. That is why they do that. So it's not for you as a man or a lady to be in a relationship and expect, because you are the guy and you are giving out, don't take it to be free. Because the point where you're in a relationship and the lady, nothing is coming out, nobody will ever be interested in that relationship. That is the reality. You are in a place of work and it's always story upon story why they cannot increase salary, and it's affecting you. It's affecting your transport. You feel that it's not really benefiting you again. You have to let go. You will definitely leave that relationship. Now, it's not that in a very good and a healthy relationship, the both parties are expected to give. But do you know that? Come and learn. I know you're still here with me. But do you know that if the lady gives more than you will not be really happy with yourself? That is the reality. Now, it doesn't mean in a healthy relationship that the lady does not give the guy, but the guy will always see the need to always want to give to his lady. But in the world where we find ourselves today, it's more like, if I give you, you must give me. Or if I give you, you must give me sex in return. The idea of relationship is for like minds that are mature, minds that wants to have a better future. Now, there's something I always say to people wherever I am. I tell them the basis of whatever I do is on the basis of Christ. I do not do anything outside Christ or outside my Jesus. So whatever I want to do is always centered in, what does my Bible say? What does my Bible say? So the point where I'm in a relationship where I'm always collecting, I'm a very bad person. Do you get? Everybody is in that relationship and they somehow want to, you start to get bored because they feel like, I'm always giving her and she's not. Even if you don't learn, you don't know this thing before, but the point where the guy is always giving you should be able to learn, pick up, and start to give. Now, there are situations where some ladies will not want to give because this guy might be really expensive because of the kind of things he does, because of the kind of money he has. but there is something you can give him that he really appreciates. Now, even the little that you give him, he will know that you really want to partake in that relationship. So a common man will know this. Come and learn, like your name said, is as a man, it is not expected of you to be in a relationship and you will think or have the mindset that whenever you give, you must take something in return. That is the idea. Because for you, if you call it free thing, it means you're not ready to settle. Now, the point where you get married, nobody will ever see. The truth of the matter is, whatever your wife brings will not be compared to what you have to bring in the family. Whatever your wife have to bring will not be compared to what you have to give, because 100% you would give the highest. You would give the highest, the 100%. So at the end of the day, you are now married. Now, would you say that you have been, what are you now taking? Because one thing about this thing is the point where you're in marriage and you think that is you are giving a relationship, you need to collect. In marriage, like most married men will say, they will tell you that the thing called sex, when you get tired of it, like you will know that it's something you want, but you don't want it. Why? Because the point where there are so many needs, there are so many things that are expected of you as a father, there are so many concerns, so many things that are troubling you. So why would you want to do that when you know you have to do this? And so at that point in time, you're not looking at what you're spending for the family. You're going to take care of vacation. You're going to take care of your wife. Even if she's working, you're going to take care of, there are homes where the wife understands she has to. But you know that as a man, you want to still feel like a man, where you need to still contribute at most 75%. Even if your wife have to bring anything, it should be 25 or probably 15. There are homes where the man will ensure that the wife brings probably 5%, where he knows that it's fine. But her effort in terms of raising the kids, ensuring that they're fine, even the times of taking care of her husband, the man knows that she's doing 100% well in that aspect. So now the man, nobody is checking who is giving or who is taking. It's always a very unnecessary relationship where you see people complaining that I am giving and she's not bringing. Now, it's very bad for a woman to be in a relationship for you not to at least give something. When I mean give something, I mean relationship where you know that it's a serious one. You know you're going somewhere. There are times where you need to sacrifice something. There are times where you can even cook, just give him for the weekend, because you might feel like getting something, it might not be standard. That special thing you cooked, baked, might be something special for him. You get. So it's more like you're in a relationship and you are getting knowledge, trying to learn and know what you can do the best. Not you sacrificing your body. That is one of the things I will never support. Sacrificing your body is not anything at all. That is why at the end of the day, it's you can never see that relationship as meaningful. There are so many men who will tell you, yes, I cannot, how do I put it? I cannot buy a car that I do not test. But at the end of the day, they always cherish those new ones that they claim that they do not like. They always cherish the new one. So at the end of the day, you see that doing the right thing always pay. So come and learn. I don't know if I answered your question here. I don't know if you're okay with it. I don't know if you're okay. Come on, I don't know if you're still here. Can men do free things to a girl without collecting anything? Yes, they can do free things because relationship is not transactional. It is not give and take. It is for understanding so that they will go to a place where probably they will settle for life and everybody's going to be okay. And remember, it's not like you buy a gift and she's not giving anything in return. There are women who are so lively. Just them talking with you can cheer up your day, can make your day. Just this small advice they give to you can really add something to that thing you have been struggling for weeks. So if you see it very, very well, you will know that it's not always like you are giving and she's not taking anything, she's not giving anything back. So except you are asking for something else other than that, But I feel like no man should ever think that if they give, they have to receive in relationship. Now, like guys, thank you so much. Come and learn for that asking that question. I don't know if United in Christ is still here. I'm waiting for your question. Icon TV. You came and you left. How is Ghana? You say Ghana is cool. So come and learn United in Christ. I still need more questions, guys. If you're just joining, don't forget to click on the like button. If you've been enjoying the conversation, please join in on the conversation, guys. Like I said yesterday, I said it was going to be interesting. And thank you so much, guys, for joining in, guys. I'm really, really having fun and having a good time here with you guys. So join in on the conversation. Tell me what you feel. Tell me, ask questions, ask questions. I'm here to answer you. Probably if I don't know the question, I just feel like we might still answer. And thank you, Come and learn. You said I'm absolutely right. Okay, thank you so much, Come and learn. So guys, I'm really waiting for there's someone I was also waiting for Legend Speed. Legend Speed. He joined me yesterday on my live, and I've not seen him today. And I was hoping he was going to be here today for a very interesting one. Maybe probably have a question or something, or probably he'll join in on the conversation. So guys, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe. Click on the share button, like, comment, and there are equally so many of my videos that you have not seen, guys. Go back, watch, and feed your eyes. And don't forget to drop in your opinions, your comment, like, subscribe, guys. So like I was saying, guys, define your relationship. Defining your relationship gives you edge, puts a meaning to whatever you are doing. And now, at the point where you define your relationship, you can be able to walk away at any time because you know what you want. See, so many times people are coming, decide to want to start something, and the point where the lady's like, okay, where are we going from here? What are your plans? What do we want to do? And the guy is like, okay, I just feel like let's just continue getting to know each other. And I've seen people for 3-4 years, they are still getting to know each other. And that's crazy, right? Because imagine for 3-4 years, you're getting to know a lady. What is she that you're getting to know about her? Like, I don't understand. Is she that difficult to study, or is he that difficult to study? I know there are ladies who do not necessarily want to struggle or suffer themselves, but at the end of the day, they just want to, be feel okay and be fine and just want to be there. Now, at the end of the day, they still regret why they did not define their relationship. It's really crazy. Now, guys, let me tell you a story. Now, I was wondering, there are so many guys in defining relationship that equally do terrible things, guys. There's so many guys that can equally do that. Now, there was this lady one time, I think when I used to stay in Mina, Niger State. My colleagues in Nigeria will know that. Come and learn is from Nigeria, yes. And Speed Legend, who joined me yesterday, is in Nigeria. Is Nigerian, so you know where Niger is. So this particular lady was with this guy, and all of a sudden, I think to her, the guy was her boyfriend, yes. And at the end of the day, I think the last day the guy came to her house was on a Friday, and she cooked. Normally, she likes cooking. She cooked, prepared nice meal, and guess what, guys? Saturday is his wedding, and she didn't even know. Now, why it was difficult for her to know was because she was working in a different bank. Both are bankers, but she was working in a different bank, and he was working in another bank. She got to see it on that Saturday when somebody that was close to her posted the picture. And lo and behold, she was really shocked and surprised and was wondering, how did this even happen? Like, she was surprised, like, how did this happen? Now, guys, how did it happen? It's because nobody asked questions. Nobody asks, what are the plans you have for me? Nobody asks, where are we going from here? Nobody asks, when are you going to, let me talk to your mom, your siblings, see your sister, and stuff like that. They were just, mingling around. To her, she felt that, okay, this guy had a plan for me. But rather, what that guy was doing is to just spend her time, but he has someone else he was actually settling with. And don't be surprised, he might even be having sex with her at that time, and she might feel or get the confirmation that, okay, that I feel like time will come, it will click, and we're gonna take it from there, and eventually we'll marry. Now, at the end of the day, Saturday was his wedding. He came to her house on Friday after eating, and he got married to the love of his life on a Saturday. That is, imagine that lady was really, really toxic or harmful. What do you think she would have done? She would have go to his house and ensure that not the house. She would have gone to the wedding, ensure that she stopped everything. Now that is where we find ourselves when people fail to define relationship. You cannot just pose yourself for one man because you feel that he calls you every day. You feel that he always call you out, during weekend to come and spend time, and you just assume that the guy likes you. You must be able to define where you. There are guys who have sweet, sweet mouth too. There are the points where they start to, ask you out. They have sweet, sweet mouth, like they can say nice words, and at the end of the day, when it's time for them to say more, to go further, that tell you why. Now, something happened one time, and it's really funny. You know why? Because most time, if you make a mistake with that kind of guy, you will find yourself in a big soup, in a big trouble. Now, with somebody I know very well, something happened. Now, this guy said he needed someone to settle with, right? He needed somebody to settle with. They gave him a number of a lady who is actually nice, okay, to settle with. And eventually he called, and he chatted her up. And guess what, guys? You would expect for someone who has been disturbing somebody, I need somebody, get me somebody, to try to push. Not that he will come the first day and tell you, okay, I want to marry you, I love you, and that, no. But you would expect that he will do the needful by trying to introduce, do one or two, and always. But at the end of the day, it's more like he blacked out and nothing really happened. Like, why the lady was waiting for him to, it's more like, oh, how you doing? I'm fine. How is work? I'm fine. And, questions like that. It's okay. Now, you would not expect, in this our world, it is not expected that a woman should go further. It's not like a woman cannot ask a man whether he has eaten. All my life I've been carried by. That he knows or she knows that he should do the needful. Now, at this point in time, when the lady is not doing the needful, they will know that she's not responding to what the guy is doing. That is where the problem comes. But the point where all my life I've been carried by. But the point where don't ask me how, cause I can't explain. But the point where the lady is doing the needful and the guy is not responding, there's a problem. Now, no lady or no guy pushes like that when nobody's acting. Sorry, guys, I'm confused right now because I'm getting a call, and this call is very important, but I don't want to pick it because it's going to disrupt whatever I'm doing here. So that's why I'm really confused, and I'm looking at it right now. But I need to pick this call, but I won't pick it right now. But still in the process, we need to understand why we need to define our relationship. Do you get? This call is really distracting me right now because it's more like I need to pick the call. But anyways, I'm going to continue. So at the end of the day, the guy did not continue, and what happened? The guy just went off, and later I got the idea that probably saw the lady that maybe she's not the type, or probably this one is so interested in probably God things and what have you. But that's not my issue. Now look at the problem. If it were someone else, if it were some other ladies, you know what they would have done? Because probably everyone they see him say, oh, he's a fine guy, he's handsome, and they'll just force themselves. And because for the guy, he doesn't have anything to lose. It's the lady that came after him, and they're all playing around, doing all manner of things. At the end of the day, she starts getting signal that this guy doesn't want her, and she's trying to complain that I give you this, I mentioned I did this, and one day the guy might be like, oh, but I never asked you to come. You decided to come, and blah 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 and stuff like that. That is where the problem becomes intense, because when you look very very well, you see that the lady was the one that came in, forced herself, and it was more like um nobody, how do I put it? It was more like the lady forced herself, and it was more like nobody told her. But when she knew, it was actually late. Because if at all she knew, she wouldn't have forced herself to that with that guy. And because the guy knew that he was getting something in return, probably he might do the best, take her weekends. He might not really spend much, but he would at least have the fact that she will always come around weekends, wash clothes, sweep, clean, and he will also do one or two with her. So at the end of the day, the woman, I think, Come and Learn said something. He said the woman is always the one that loses. Was he right? Yes, it is Come and Learn. Come and Learn said that women actually loses. Most women actually lose. I know because women are emotional. When things happen like that, they take it so personal and they feel like they don't want to even remember how the whole thing started, even whether they were at fault or whether, you know, probably they should have done the right thing. They will not even think about that. The only thing coming in their head is what I've invested, what I've done, the things I've sacrificed, my time, my whatever. That is the only thing coming in their head. And they're crying, they're spending weeks, days, months crying like they have lost the world. So the point where you define the relationship is the point where you know where you stand. No man gets to tell you anything you don't want. So you have to walk away. You know those ones that are serious. Defining a relationship knows that okay, this guy is not ready. He just wants to sleep with me, and that's all. That you know that you're not that kind of lady. Ladies who do not mind. Yes, I've seen ladies who say they do not mind. They sleep with them, pay them, and they're okay. They may not stand on the roadside to make you feel they're a prostitute, but you know this one a bigger class kind of one that do it, in a coded way that doesn't seem like they are one. So now at the end of the day, they make you think that they are normal ladies, but they are not. So there are people who feel that relationship is transactional. So at the end of the day, it works for them. But you that know your base or your stand or know where you're coming from should be able to. If a guy asks you out, you might go in the first, but at the end of the day, as time goes on, you should keep talking. As you are talking, where are we going from here? What are the plans? What does the future holds? You need to ask questions that will make him understand that if he's not ready, and as a lady, being in a relationship where a guy is sounding promising, you need to pray as well. I will say it. The fact that you have defined a relationship, you need to keep praying because the point where you are praying, if it's the fake one, it's not real. God will open your eyes to see them because there are people who come in in an angel's clothing that make you think that oh they are perfect, they are awesome, they are so they are God's handpicked, and the reality is that they are disguised in the natural self. So at the end of the day, you need to understand these things so that you will not be victim of what you do not like. So guys, define your relationship, choose the right one, follow the footstep. Don't rush, don't rush. Don't try to, enter into things. And the point where it doesn't work, walk away. It doesn't work. I know it will hurt. I know you feel the pain. I know you feel bad, but walk away. It's not the end of the world. That is why most time I always advise people to pray. The point where you are praying, there's a way God works for me, and God can equally work for people like that. The point where you always bring him in, to the point where you are starting a relationship, you bring him immediately to ask him, how do I go from here? Tell me, I need to know, like, God, please. See, the point where you involve him, he starts to answer immediately. That is how God operates. So the point where we start to know that, that's when we know we have help. So don't waste your time and thinking that, it has to be by your power, by your mind. You are all going to fail it. So guys, in everything you do, define your relationship. Defining your relationship gives you edge, puts you, at the top, gives you freedom to live and to walk away whenever you like, guys. At this point in time, I want to say thank you guys for joining in on my live today, guys. It was super interactive. It was interesting. Thank you, Come and Learn. Thank you, United for Christ. Thank you, I can't remember his name. Ajayi, sorry. Hi, how are you doing? You didn't tell me where you're watching from. But going by your name, I feel like you are from Nigeria. Ajayi Miracle. Thank you, Icon TV from Ghana. Yes, thank you so much for joining in on my live, guys. It was super exciting to have you guys. And thank you so much. Come and Learn and United. They had questions, they had some things to chip in and add. And it really had I really had fun, having you guys talking, and you kept the live on, and I'm super grateful to you guys. Thank you so much. Hope to see you guys in my next live. So guys, if you're seeing this one for the first time, please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you really enjoyed our conversation today, guys, I promise you next time is going to be super, super exciting with another interesting topic. See, one thing that excites me the most is talking about relationship, talking about something that can help one, not just now, but in the future, something that builds somebody. There are things people do not know, even in the relationship where they are in. I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I'm saying that I have learned. I have seen people who are teaching me. I have spiritual fathers who are making me grow in these things. So I have, at least to some extent, I can give some kind of certain advice. So guys, hope to see you guys in my next YouTube live. So guys, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click on the share button, like, and don't forget to like this one, share, comment, join in on the conversation, guys. And guys, please go and follow me on Facebook. Go to my bio, you'll see my Facebook page, Sarah Fidelis. Every Saturday of every week, I come on live on Facebook for a very exciting topic, guys. You will not want to miss my content. That is super, super exciting and fun, guys. And I hope to see you guys this Saturday, guys. Thank you so much for joining in, guys. I'm super grateful. And I remain your favorite baby girl, Sarah Fidelis. From me, it's bye-bye and have an awesome day, guys. Love you all.